Hello, my name is Joe Archer, and today I will be talking about turning sand into gold, so to speak. I contend that offshore real estate is unrealized beachfront property. Another problem is finding a cost-effective way of turning ocean into real estate like the movie Waterworld. An experiment was performed where a ship was made of concrete. They then shelled that ship to see how it would stand up to a naval bombardment. In the end, they had to scuttle the ship to get rid of it, as they were simply unable to sink it. And therein lies our clue about how to capitalize on offshore real estate. If you line up simple concrete forms to form a die, and you modify them with sliding surface, you can make continuous extrusions of not just steel reinforced concrete, but pre-stressed concrete extrusions of watertight profiles. So imagine forms pushing out twin 50 feet diameter concrete tubes in a simple continuous concrete pouring operation. To appreciate this concept, one need only do the math. The 50 feet diameter tube with 1 foot thick concrete walls and appropriate reinforcement can support 40,000 pounds per linear foot while weighing 10,000 pounds per linear foot. What this means is that not only can it support much, its great weight and continuous length means that it will be relatively unaffected by wave action, even in a storm. In effect, a miles-long tube of great girth would effectively be a massive ship like a floating train. If you construct two tubes simultaneously, you will then have a floating boardwalk that can be built out from any of the major metropolitan port cities. But even better, these miles-long boardwalks would have automatically installed light rail, and because they are concrete, they would have seawalls and safe retreat during storms. But to truly appreciate such a floating pier concept, one need look at the economics. The floor space cost in major city skyscrapers is currently in the $1,000 per square foot range. However, a 100-foot wide boardwalk would require around 15 yards per linear foot, at a cost under $1,000 per linear foot of boardwalk in concrete costs, or about double that in material costs. So for the cost of 2 square feet of skyscraper, you could build 100 square feet of floating pier equivalent boardwalk that comes with internal rail and hardened shelter that can survive any storm. But of course, this is just the building platform that then requires conventional construction to fabricate commercial and residential facilities. However, from a cost of land square foot cost analysis, the floating pier would command the absolute highest price, while its cost of fabrication is nearly 1/100th of that. This concept of a floating pier is only practical because of both the low cost of fabrication, the strength of pre-stressed concrete, and the tremendous mass of a concrete element. Being able to survive a hurricane requires great strength, mass, and size. Only massive concrete structures qualify. But in this case, they are especially qualified because of the ability to pre-stress the iron reinforcement at the lowest possible and imaginable construction cost. This fabrication ability makes it possible to literally turn sand into gold, while providing a true luxury to millions trapped in large city skyscrapers.